And go fishing today. Right there's the deal. That's an old vintage can. Reporting live on the scene. As you can see, we still got the skylight. The Scout's covered in debris, floors covered in debris. Made some new sawhorses there, but let's look at what we've got done. So, all right, so we've got most of our tree work done. We moved some things around, got most of that tree cut up. They've now got the pole hooked back up. Got a big, give a big thanks to Dizzy Dean Electric. They came out and put the pole back up for us. It wasn't going down in the ground that far. It's only in the ground about 2.5 feet, but the problem is there's probably a sand rock that's underneath this. It's probably as big as an automobile. But I've braced it up. He put a new, brace strap. I don't know what you call that in the electrical world, but they've got the pole hooked back up, but for some reason we don't have any power in the house and the breakers are on, so I don't have my meter. I'm gonna have to come back and fix that. But yeah, let's take a look at this roof, man, and see what we got to do here. So yeah, we've got a bit of a mess, but those eaves were trash already. But yeah, it looks way better with those trees. I'm still gonna drop those other 3 trees because we don't know who to get a hold of, and that stuff's just gonna fall on our property like it already has and tear everything up. So let's climb up here and see what we got here. I'm gonna try not to fall and break my neck. All right, my initial thought was to just cut a strip and change the soffit right there, you know, the overhang. But my idea, being that it's 4x8 sheets that you buy, I'm just going to lay them all the way down and just, it'll be way easier to do that. But the problem is there's 2 different roof sections here, and all these runners right here that go down, I don't know the correct word for it, I'm not a carpenter, but they don't have this notch cut in them. Where this garage, it was a different guy that helped him do this. They have this notch cut. I don't really understand that, but for some reason, the lumber that they used when they built the garage is just garbage. It's sagged. The decking's still okay, but it's just weird. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to cut some 2x4s like about 3 feet, and I'm just gonna tack onto the side of all these, and hopefully it'll kind of bring the roof up and straighten it up a little bit. And then also every one of these boards, because they never done a fascia or a soffit, is rotten. So I've got to tack on the side of that to keep the length, and then that way I'll have something to nail the deck to. And then what else? Yeah, you can see that stuff's really rotten. But I'm gonna tell you first and foremost that I'm not a carpenter, and I'm just doing the best I can. Plus, this is for somebody that's on a fixed income, and there's only a certain amount of money to put into this, because really, the whole decking on this garage needs to be replaced. Because look, it's got that sag to it in between the, I'm gonna call them runners, I don't know what you call that, but it's got a sag in between each one. But the thing is, we're gonna do this the best we can do. And then I'm also going to rip that off over there and fix that as well. And I've got to do, I don't know, there's some funky stuff going on over there. It probably needs a new deck on that roof as well. And I may end up putting one on, but the whole idea here is we're going to end up doing like a metal roof. So I'm going to do like all the runners all the way down, and then have something to tack that metal to. And then that way I could get all the stuff, put the, what do they call this piece that runs down the middle? I'll get all the metal to lay down, and then put the piece on the middle, and then cap ridge vent. No, I sound stupid, but anyways, but that's the ridge cap, sorry. So yeah, we'll get the ridge cap and all the metal to go around the sides of it, and we'll do that. There's a power company right there. But yeah, Yeah, they've been running all over these places, man. God bless all the linemen and all that kind of stuff. These guys have been working really hard around the clock, so kind of makes me wish I'd have got into that if I'd have known what I was doing back in the day. But yeah, there it is. All right, here's day 2 of what I got going on. That's how far I made it yesterday. But I've got this spot right here that's rotted out, and I'm trying to figure this out. It's gonna be like none of the same angles all the way around. It's gonna be a kind of a jacked up piece. But I kind of found out why this place is a little bit janky. I found something. I didn't know I was gonna go fishing today. Right there's the deal. That's an old vintage can. Oh, he's not out here now. But yeah, the beer that represents out of square measurements. How cool. So yeah, but I gotta get this piece filled in. I gotta get that covered up because just like Oklahoma does when you're doing something outside, it starts raining. So, and this goes right into the space of the bedroom. So, but yeah, it looks a little rough, but we can only do what we can with what we got. So here we go. Yeah, here we got the old Oklahoma blackjack tree. It's crazy how most of them are kind of rotten in the middle. But these are chainsaw murderers, man. You can't hardly cut these things. You imagine you can kill a chain in a bar. So that's why I cut a little bit. I'll probably have to resharpen it before I finish with this. I don't really like to use a brand new bar and chain on that. But yeah, that's what we're working on right now. That Ford's worked pretty good between the dump trailer and that truck. We've hauled a ton of trees out of here and limbs, and there's so much more that we got to cut now. Well, we're doing our tree work from the storm. We got the Ford loaded up again. Some more tree limbs to go to the dump. And let me show you what we got. On the fuel pump. We were driving and we're like, man, we smell gas really bad. So I raised the hood, nothing there. Oh boy, looky there. Boom. I think we found a piece of hose and try to repair this. So we will not be going to the green waste today, but easy, simple fix. I can't talk. So yeah, let's go see if we can find some probably 3/8 hose and a couple clamps, because those are those old like ones you use the pliers, you know. I'll put some, like, I think they're good clamps. But yeah, we'll get this thing clamped and we'll get it fixed so we can get this hauled off. Yeah, here soon I will be placing that truck up for sale, that 70 Ford F100. It's got, like I said, it's got a locker in the front, spool in the rear. All the front end's been rebuilt, the ball joints, just a lot of the mechanical stuff, new mile marker, I believe they're mile marker hubs on it. The bearing, like everything, the truck mechanically is very, very sound. It's just got these little bitty things, like I got to put some new battery cables on it. Of course, I got the fuel leak now. But yeah, I'm going to probably run that on the marketplace for a couple weeks. I hate using marketplace because people just waste your time. And I know I should just go ahead and have the auction company come take it and everything. But I'm going to give somebody a chance. I'll post it on Instagram, let some people see it on there for sale. But I'm only going to try it for like 2 weeks before I call the auction company. They'll come out here and take pictures, and they take the title, and it's not my problem anymore. But yeah, that thing will, I would predict in the next week I'll have it for sale up on marketplace. So yeah, you'll see what I'm asking for it. I'm not giving it away because, like, I haven't seen very many of those trucks that are 4-wheel drive, and one that I've personally done the work on that's got a spool. It's locked up front and rear. I mean, you could make a good crawler out of it. You could cut it down, make a short bed. I mean, it's really a good truck, man. It is a little beat up. It's got very, very light rust, but it did come from southern New Mexico. I'm trying to think of what else. It's just a good all-around truck. Like I said, if I didn't have my red Ford, I'd keep it. I'd cut it down, straighten it up, and I'd make a good kind of off-roading, crawling rig and working around. Because right now, thing is working great, man. Like, I've probably made 5-6 loads to that green waste they open up down here, and then several more back and forth with the dump trailer. So yeah, it's definitely been a big help. I'm glad I have it right now because everything else I have is not running, you know, so there's gonna be some changes coming up. So let's dig through this. And boom, we got what we need. So we'll go over some updates. This thing runs. I just have to get that tool, and I think Brandon, I'm gonna borrow that tool that if you saw Tim had made a comment about you could put those inserts in there. And so Brandon happens, I think it's the same tool Tim used. I'm gonna borrow that from him. We're gonna pop those inserts in there and get this radiator mounted. Get the fan. I'm gonna have to make a little piece, I think, because the shroud's not gonna fit, because this is an oversized radiator. But yeah, it's gonna come down to small stuff, and I think Matt and I are gonna make a trip to Kansas City, and we gotta get some fender wells for this thing. I'm gonna get a fender well for that passenger side on that, because the driver one's still good. I'm trying to think of what else. But yeah, it's easier just to drive up there and we can kind of take a break and get out. So, but yeah, that's the update on this one. And I'm still waiting. I've ordered I'm trying to talk. Got to find those rubber pieces to hook the gas tank up. But yeah, there's going to be, this should be running here pretty soon. So yeah, the motorhome. Changed that solenoid. I have not had a chance to remove that doghouse. There's a bolt in the body that got stuck that I got to go underneath and cut out. I've been meaning to work on it. And then actually, since the power's down and all that, my grandpa had stayed in this for a week and he enjoyed it. It's worked great. Right now it fires up and runs fantastic. I just have to put a fan clutch and put a fuel pump on it. I think those need to be changed. And then I'm going to put a new carburetor base gasket on it. But yeah, as far as that, this thing is kicking butt. It's just fantastic to have. I love it. The Honda, you don't need anything for that but gas and oil. It's a good car. I'm glad I have it. Very good tool to have. But yeah, we're gonna get over here and fix this thing. Like I said, my car videos are gonna be short for a little bit because of all this storm damage. Like, man, it has tore everything up around here. Or just now, like that tree right there, that thing broke in half. But that's what those Bradford pears do. I've got to do a little trimming on this old tree. I love this thing. And then, like I said, we got to get this stuff cleaned up. And then I do got some more tree trimming to do. And then we got to get that roof put on my grandpa's house. So, but yeah, that's what we're going to be working on these next few weeks. But yeah, been working 10 days straight and going to work. So it's been some long days ever since Father's Day. But yeah, we got what we need here to fix it. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out in the morning because I gotta go to work. But I can at least put my tools and my goodies in here and be ready for it. But yeah, if you like all the stuff going on, man, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll keep making these videos. Like I said, over the next few weeks, I'll have some short car videos, but I got to get that roof put on and we got to get all this tree stuff done. And I'm really wanting to get this tree stuff cut up and out of here because that green waste is only 5 miles away. And the next one, if they close that one, is 30 miles away up by Owasso. And, you know, that's quite a trek from where we live, but I don't have time to store all this stuff and burn it. And I want my place clean, you know, so that's what we're working on now. But yeah, if you like everything, keep watching. I'll try to keep making videos. So thanks, guys. Have you driven a Ford lately? Yeah.